Hello, welcome to my episode 4 of Battle Knight Cyberpunk walkthrough. I did a recording earlier, but it seems like the audio was pretty bad, so hopefully the audio won't be so bad this time. I have progressed a bit. I did try to hear out but I didn't really like her that much. She seems extremely reliant on crit in order to heal. She has this 100% recovery for that, but when you're fighting stronger mobs and things like that, it doesn't do you much good if you can't crit against them. So she didn't do too well as a tank. So I went ahead and kind of updated my team. I got Harp to yellow, and I still have this guy here. One of the nice things about getting him now is that he'll activate burns, especially with his sub-weapon, which anytime one of your unit dies, it deals a dot at the entire team. So it makes it really easy for this guy to kind of combo. I've been able to kill players that are much stronger than me using that. I am a bit farther, but that being said, I'm pretty sure I still can't beat this boss, so we'll give it a try. Alright. I'll try it one more time. Further back now. So we'll try it like that. Done. So close. Yeah, sadly, I just don't quite have enough to beat these teams. Pretty close, though. I'm gonna give it one more try. We'll see. I'm actually pretty close to beating it. Ooh, that's not a good hit at all. Yeah, it's just so close. Yeah, no. Get it, though. I'll try another time, I'm sure, in like the next day or a couple of days. I'll be able to get it pretty easily. But yeah, I updated the team. It's really important to get your guys starred up and everything early game so you can kind of progress through. I would say, because I've been chatting with some people and stuff, it's really important to map out your game plan with your servers, or with your characters and stuff. One of the tips that I actually use is I have a bunch of characters on different servers from like older servers and stuff. And if you go back to the older servers, we'll try. I think I tested them all before I jumped in, but let's say this one here, for example. If you go back, if you haven't played on them for a while and they're above level 30, like 30 to 35, I forget what the cutoff is, they'll have this thing that pops up here, which gives you free, essentially like summons. And if you wait long enough, you can actually get enough to get a completely brand new perfect hire hero. And so it's a really good way if you have just like excess accounts to test out new heroes when they come out by using all your summons that way and being able to play the new heroes. So that's actually what I do normally is I'll kind of AFK off of these various characters, and then I'll use them to play test various combos or characters that I like to see how they play. I personally found that the Raymond character, which is on this 592 server, is really strong standalone, mostly because you get a lot of fire support for free. So again, you get this guy, which increases the attack of your highest attack person, and you essentially get this character 3-starred for free. You also get a valid tank phobie pretty easily. There's a lot of things and resources that allow you to get her, so those two characters by themselves in combination with Raymond make him pretty good. Obviously, you're spending a little bit of money. You'll be able to get like Shrita. You can do this here, level up a little faster, and then get this guy right here. So this one, oh, oops, let's do it again. This one here is really good with like the shields and guaranteeing the dots and stuff like that, but most Raymond teams I've seen have it, excuse me, like one or two of them, and that seems to work pretty well, so... I'll go ahead and do a couple PvP things, and I'll move over to my main account, because I can't progress in mine either at the moment. So this guy's in my team, so I'm not going to attack him, but I'll attack these guys. I don't really know that hero. That's an interesting hero. I gotta look that up. I've never seen that character do that before. Let's find out what hero that was. Here's one of these guys. I think it was this guy. Yeah, it was this guy. Let's see. Why was he doing so much? What? That's crazy. Interesting. So he takes reduced damage guaranteed. Talk can perform 1 extra strike. Okay. Yeah, that's really cool. And I haven't like read every single individual hero because I kind of wanted to have some enjoyment like learning new heroes. I've never seen that guy play, so that's actually really cool. Let's see. I wonder if it's only once per something. Once per attack, or if it's every attack that he blocks. Oh, you know what's funny? I actually think I beat this team. Let me try it again. I believe I beat this team in the past, so I'm gonna try it again. I doubt it, but you never know. Looks like this guy leveled his stuff up again, so... Oof. He probably didn't like me beating him last time. Oh, he added phobie to his team. He didn't have phobie last time. Oof. No. Okay. I'm pretty sure I beat him, though. Let me look at my history. Let's see, who was I fighting? YTT. Yeah, I did. That's so hilarious. Or no, maybe I didn't. I thought I beat him. Maybe there's someone else that has a similar team. That's weird. I swear I fought that guy. Maybe there's... Yeah, we'll see. Anyways. I'll go ahead and fight this one. One of the nice things about Raymond, like, he is a little weaker when your enemy can, like, move their heroes to attack him, but he pretty much can guarantee beat any roughly even team, because you can always put him in a position to, like, kill whatever target you need to kill. So that's one of the nice things about him, and that's why, like, if you run, like, 2 or 3 of them early game, like, you just have 3 at non-orange, it's really, really, really strong. Unfortunately, we have that new event with the new heroes, so it prevents me from, like, you know, really building this team properly, but it's alright. No, I might as well speed this up, because he's gonna die anyways. Boom. Get bursted. Alright, I got 2 more attacks. I think I can beat this guy. Maybe not, though. I didn't get any stun on the Arachna. Darn. I think that one I for sure beat before, but I didn't get a single stun on the Arachna, sadly. I wonder if for PvP, I'll bet for PvE, sorry. I'll bet for PvE having my phobie on the side instead of in the front is slightly better, just in case their phobies attack faster than mine. Which is that chick with the hammer that stuns. Not progressing too bad. Excuse me. And for what it's worth, you can do this auto deploy thing, but I personally tend to just leave it off once I find a position I like my team to be in. Windows, can't forget that. Alright, and I think that's all I'm showing the new hero character. I'll go ahead and... Nice, alright. So I'd meant to show the beginning of this war, but, you know, things have been busy, and also, you know, my last recording had really bad audio, so hopefully this will work a little better. But yeah, so essentially in wars, you have various clans that all register, then after a day they all start fighting in different brackets. The big misconception here is that in the bottom right you'll see player ranking, and you'll see combined ranking, plunder ranking, collection ranking, repel ranking, occupied. Occupied and repel have nothing to do with your points, they just track what you've done. So repel is for like the PvE damage you've done, occupied is the nodes you've taken. Collection ranking is how long you've stayed on your own node that you conquered, and plunder ranking is how much you've taken from a node someone else PvE took first, and then you defeated their guardian team. And then your combined ranking is what your reward at the end of the like season is based on. And it's like 3 rounds, I believe. It might be more if there's like more people, I'm not entirely sure. But for right now, it's just like 3 rounds. Excuse me. So one of the big things too, and I explained this to my clan, is that, you know, we are probably fourth most strong, but we've played well enough to be third multiple times. But the thing is that you can make, because it's a total accumulation of points over the 3 matches, your best time to earn points is when you're not fighting against anyone strong. So, like, for example, these guys aren't even participating against us. Like, these Chinese characters are, barely fighting. But, like, in a match like this, you should at least get 150 to 200,000 points. And so, like, in the last war we fought where, we're facing 3 other whales and another partial whale. And whales in this game are like 5k spent, and you can tell because you get like certain VIP rewards and calculating stuff and all that. But we were not that far behind any of them. So if you do really well in matches, even if you're eventually having to face against the stronger teams, as long as your guild is active, you can actually perform better than whales. Excuse me. Which is crazy because most games don't like build themselves that way. So that's one thing I really like about this so far. I don't know how the game will change once I hit like level 120. I know that there's a lot of things that open up, and I'm also not sure because you get access to this DNA thing. I don't know. Where's it at? These things here. I don't know how many it takes. So I personally kind of have like a criteria of if I'm going to spend any money, what I spend it on. I think once I hit 120 and kind of get a better grasp of partial late game, I'll be able to do a better like tutorial on like what to, purchase if you're going to purchase anything. But for right now, as far as events, I want to stress for any new players out there, the police department never hit this refresh all button ever. The only thing you want to do is on normal non-event days, just select them as they are and accomplish them no matter what they are. If they're grays, purples, blues, pinks, it doesn't matter. Just accept the ones that you are spawned with at the reset and save all of your stuff. Because what I found is during what's called the bounty event, which is what this thing is based on, it takes roughly 2,500 of these little bullets and about 67, I think it was, resets to spam the purples, which take 8 hours to get 2 exclusive equipments. So if you don't save up for like that 2,500, and if you're like refreshing them every day, you're not going to be able to get that amount. And that's one of the easiest ways to get exclusive items, is to save up for that. Another one, the same thing, is the Dawn Cinema. You want to save up to like 2,500 to get like baseline rewards that are valuable enough. And so the best thing to do is just accept whatever ones you have on the day of and save your resources. In arcade, all you do is just click the draw one twice for your daily reward and save them up. I always recommend saving at least until 600 and something, because then you can get the 800 reward because you do, 8 for 10 draws for that arcade event that comes around. And then as far as the Perfect Tire event, which is what's going on right now, and these alternate every other week and whatnot. On this event, you want to get, I would say, at least 80 spent. It doesn't hurt if you do 130, but the problem is this is a random camp core reward, and you can get camp cores pretty easily by using the guild store. So I personally don't recommend it, but to his their own. I don't know again how much value this particular resource has because I haven't gotten to level 120, but it could be that the best option is just to do 130 all at once, and that's what you always do. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and do a couple PvP on this guy and then call it quits for today. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I think I attacked an Omni already. I'll attack Antodius. fun watching my clan teammates slowly get strong enough to like fight my team. I haven't upgraded my team in a long time, so it's fun to see. Ooh, a new person. Who's this? This person... No, this is a new person. I'll have to see if they stay active. Here, let me actually, before I call it quits, I'll explain the guild clash thing a little better this time. So, you always want to attack the center island. I always recommend doing 10 quick attacks before you try to attack any PvP or PvE targets or other targets, just because it takes your best average and you can just attack and skip, and normally after 10 attacks you'll get any outlier ones. I've had ones where I like hit for an extra 20,000. I don't know how, but somehow I probably crit every attack or something and like heal when I need to and stuff like that. So it's always good to, I say, attack the adventure island 10 times, and then you get your attacks to hit the sorry, I have a bit of like a cold and I keep fighting a cough every time I talk. You get attacks to hit like A level islands, which will be these ones, which are essentially like the guild bosses. And then you have the B islands, which will be like these ones here, which will be kind of like the partial bosses. And you've got, of course, the C islands, which are more or less basic mobs. Every 3 hours, roughly, you get a new attack. You can get a ship eventually that lets that be less. But normally what I do is I just focus on a single C island. If it's one of the bosses, like the Hound boss, where I know I can kill 2 of them in 4 attacks, then I'll go for that. But otherwise, I'll just do 1A and 1B, and it kind of makes it even out from there. So once this B resets, because I'll be heading to bed soon, or after that, I'll just take a B and sit on it for 8 hours and get all the points. So you do get a shield when you take a node for 30 minutes, whether it's PvP or PvE. And when you're fighting other top clans, like when we were fighting, there was all 5 of the top clans in the same bracket, there was a lot of like island bouncing over and over and over again. It was crazy. So hopefully it's not going to be this next one, but hopefully in the finals, if we make it there, I'll be able to showcase that in like 3 days or so, or like 6 days or so, whenever it is. But yeah, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed. I'll plan to do a little bit of a better tutorial once I hit level 120. So have a good night and happy Halloween.